What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Self-Growth channel, where your journey to personal transformation begins. I'd like to take this moment to remind you that all of the information provided in these videos should be used for informational and educational purposes only, and it should not be used as a substitute for professional mental health advice or medical advice. Now, let's get back to the content for today. So today we're going to be discussing shortness of breath. We'll review some of the causes and misconceptions that accompany shortness of breath and then give you a couple of tips about how you can address this symptom and lead a more comfortable and anxiety-brave life. So this symptom of anxiety often feels like you just can't get enough air. Maybe that you're suffocating and that your chest is tight. So essentially, you might feel like your lungs are just not working properly. And this sensation can be very alarming, especially since breathing is essential to staying alive. It can really create a feedback loop where people start to begin to get even more anxious when they notice that they're not breathing properly. In reality, this symptom is coming from hyperventilation. Your body is breathing more rapidly and shallowly, and therefore it is taking in oxygen at a fast rate and expelling carbon dioxide at an even faster rate. It leaves you with less carbon dioxide in your system, which alkalizes your blood and contributes to that feeling of breathlessness. But in reality, you do have enough oxygen and you are breathing even more than you were before you started to get anxious. So you're not under threat of running out of breath. In fact, you have more breath than you did before you got anxious. So here's a couple of tips of how you can address that sensation of shortness of breath so that you really are addressing the root cause. The first exercise you can engage in is called pursed lip breathing. For this technique, what you'll be doing is you'll be inhaling for the count of 2 and then pursing your lips as if you were going to be whistling, and then exhaling through those pursed lips to the count of 4. And you would want to continue with this method of breathing for around 10 to 15 breaths, or as long as it takes for you to start feeling a little bit better. And what this pursed lip breathing will do is it will help to restore the levels of carbon dioxide in your blood so that that sensation will be removed. The second tip will be to practice what's known as mindful breathing. Mindful breathing involves focusing on your breath in a non-judgmental way. So what you'll want to do is sit down in a comfortable position, close your eyes, and begin to focus on your breath and the sensation of breathlessness that you are experiencing in the moment that you're anxious. However, when you're practicing mindful breathing, you're going to be doing something different, because you will be observing your breath without trying to change it in any way and without judging it as bad, dangerous, negative, or aversive. Lastly, a tip here: if you can generate the feeling of acceptance toward the sensation, it'll go a long way to break that vicious cycle of anxiety. And the last technique, of course, has to do with breathing and is known as diaphragmatic breathing, otherwise known as belly breathing. For this technique, you will place one hand on your chest and one hand on your lower abdomen or your belly area. And while you breathe in and out, in through the nose and out through the mouth, I want you to try to send that breath down to the hand that's on your belly, so that you feel the breath going to the lower, deeper parts of your abdomen. And continue with this style of breathing for 1 to 2 minutes, or until your sensation of breathlessness dissipates. Well, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this.